Thank you for coming to another live session of real-time software 3D filmmaking. It's been really great to see the amount of support and also interest on the topic. So I decided to push this format even further. At the same time, the Sito Juna, the project I've been directing the last 3-4 years, is finished, it's done, but I can't release it because COVID-19 situation. So I wanted to do something with that, so I decided to share with you right now one small part of the film, specifically around 1 minute, a small mini cut of that. So yeah, I wanted just to give you that tiny surprise, and I hope you like it. Thank you. Hello guys, thank you for coming again. First, let's check that the sound and the video is okay. If it's okay, just say it's okay. Is it working, guys? It's okay, boom! Okay, as you can see, I got something prepared here, a sneaky bastard, putting some material before its date of release. But yeah, I wanted just to thank you again for this kind of support, and obviously the minimum I can do is share some of the things I've been working the last years, and I can't do it, so I'm not gonna repeat my speech. That's why I recorded first. Nice. So I'm gonna answer the first question there, if it's everything made in Unreal. No, this is not Unreal Engine. This was Arnold. It was in a moment where I started the project in Arnold, V-Ray, different offline renderers. And in the middle of the project, we started to experiment with Unreal. We talked with some guys of Epic Games, maybe they are here in the chat. We experiment and we thought about maybe doing some shots of the project in Unreal, and we did some really nice tests that they are not part of this cut. However, it's not because releasing in Unreal Engine, it's because the project was already in the 70% of its production. So we decided that it was a little bit overkill. However, that flattened the bumps for future projects starting from scratch in real-time engines. Also, for example, the Sito Juna back in the days, Ray Trace wasn't quite yet there, RTX wasn't in the market yet, so it was a little bit a moment that you couldn't take the advantage you can take right now. So yeah, glad you are here again. I'm gonna do, well, first of all, a part of that I want to, because obviously it's a mini cut of the Sito Juna, I can't put the credits for that, but I want to thank everyone involved in that project, either artistically, supportive, friends. It's been amazing to see that amount of support and people that go close to you and tell you, hey man, that's amazing, keep going. That kind of tiny things is what really fuels your energy to keep going. So thank you all the artists, thank you all the animators, modelers, lighters, friends, family, that they are always there. That's the real energy that can make these kind of things happen. A part of that, collaborative projects. I got some news today. I got like many things to share with you. And hello everyone, hello there. I got some news. One of them, I'm starting to have some conversations about the sponsorships with this channel because it's educational, it's non-profitable. So the idea is to find ways of showing you more high-end material, either motion capture, modelers, animators, companies, etc., just to show you a little bit high-end technology in another kind of environment. Also keeping the philosophy of that anyone can afford these kind of things. So that's the plan. For example, I've been talking already with a couple of animators. They are super happy about collaborating, so I can use really good animation rather than just Mixamo, cheap animation. I'm also talking with some modelers that they are just sharing their projects, so they are really cool, and I can't wait to put that into real time and trying to build a kind of easy indie workflow or pipeline. A part of that, I think because this is working really well, I'm really happy with the feedback. The Slack channel, I'm gonna put the link later in the description. The Slack channel, we are over 60 people. People is starting to show their shots, questions, work in progress, ideas, new live sessions, etc. And again, this is not just me helping you, it's people helping each other, and that's the idea. And then my point, I think, is gonna be to do every single Saturday, 5 p.m. BST, a couple of hours, and the format of Saturdays is gonna be more like relaxed, slower. I'm gonna be more in a working session where I'm gonna stop time, every 10 minutes or something like that to answer some questions, to debate, to chat, to just say hello, but more in a improvised, working in different shots, artistic way. On Wednesdays I got here at 9 p.m. BST, I'm gonna do like a core live session of 1 hour into a specific topic, but also with a generalist approach. For example, I'm gonna take a shot, I'm gonna be focusing that shot more into look development and lighting. And next week I'm gonna take another shot, again, always shots, not just specific things. I'm gonna do, for example, animation and simulation, but within the shot. So yeah, it's gonna be more or less Wednesdays and Saturdays, and also sometimes, because we are in this kind of situation of being here trapped, maybe if I get bored, I do a improvised live session whenever. So I recommend you, again, this YouTuber thing, there we go, subscribe and press the fucking bell there, because if not, you don't do that, you're gonna miss everything, and I want you here because it's great. What else? Yeah, I mentioned the collaborations and some potential sponsors. And today I got like different tests and different shots that I was thinking, should I prepare this to have something where I can work very fast and quick and show you all the beauties and all of that? And I thought that I got nothing finished, everything is work in progress, and I wanted to keep it like that because now you can see how I work, how I resolve the problems, and how I'm gonna be tired, crashed, it's gonna be freezing, it's gonna be crashing, it's gonna happen what usually happens behind the scenes, because when we see the tutorials, everything is fancy, everything is cool, then you open the computer, it's like, I don't understand how this guy did this in 5 minutes if it's taking me 2 hours. Well, because there are cuts, or this guy tried like 20 times before doing the tutorial. So welcome to this video where you are gonna see me fail many times, and that's the intention, to fail, to investigate, and to find results and ideas. Apart of that, the point of this session today is gonna be a little bit rigid bodies with Houdini, it's gonna be hayfields and landscapes, it's gonna be also one animation from Alex Alvarez. I'm gonna show you now, it's quite mind-blowing, it's really cool. Maybe I do a little bit of character effects, I can show you on the way. if you have any kind of, you know, advice or idea or something that you want to check or just go more in depth, just tell me on the chat. I'm gonna try to keep up with that, and if not, I'm sorry, because it's really hard to track many windows at the same time while working. Is a bit chaos, but great. Let's move into that. The first one, maybe you saw it already, is a test. Hello all guys. It's a test I did. I'm surprised because I pushed this to, I think, around 5,000 rigid bodies, and as you can see now here, I'm gonna go to the full screen. I remember this. There we go. I'm getting used to that. It's running in 120 FPS, which is really cool. I was skeptical. I thought this was going to crash or you know, like, this is not gonna work, and it's working. There is a small cheat and trick, and it is because yet I'm not using ray trace. So if I open the ray trace, you're gonna see the drop here. Oh, that hurts. It's interesting because the only moment it's hurting is actually, anyone guess why it's very fast here, like around 120, but in the moment I go there, by the way, you see is running the motion blur in real time, is mental. When I go here, it just drops to 7 FPS, which is really, really bad. The reason of this is because what is actually calculating a lot are all the shadows. That's the pain generating the bottleneck. So you see how it's warning me like, dude, you are pushing this too much. It's just the ray trace. So yeah, you can still bring in, oh, damn. I'm just even breaking the, my God. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Is the sound on the video okay? Because I push so much the graphic card that YouTube is telling me that don't do that again, because I'm gonna leave you there alone with no video at all. I hope now it's better. Is it okay? If someone tells me if it's okay, that would be amazing. Okay, cool. Sorry guys, it's just because I was pushing this too much. So what is this actually? This is not an Alembic, this is actually an FBX. What is happening here is, I'm gonna try to do this. Again, if crashes, it's because I'm pushing this a little bit too much. But what is happening, actually, I'm gonna go to my effects. I'm gonna open this guy. I'm gonna show you this in this window here. Okay, cool. So, what is happening here? Okay, this is what is happening. Oh, where's the joints? Or hierarchy. Okay, so someone maybe already can imagine what is going on. This is like a mesh, it's like a character. Every single piece is a bone. So I'm still freaking out that this is working. So why this works very well? Well, you are not deforming geometry, you are just working with transformations and rotations, which is very simple to compute in parallel. How you export this from Houdini? It's very simple. I just push this. I don't know how many they are, but I can tell you. Yeah, 5,000 bones with its own geometry binded, which is amazing. So the way this works, if I do let's put a pick here in Houdini. I'm gonna just do an ISO offset to put some volume inside. So this ISO offset, I'm gonna put some scatter to scatter some points within the volume. I'm gonna put this a bit more like 30, so it's closer to the geometry. Actually, I'm gonna use yeah, I'm gonna use, there is another very faster node, which is this one, which is all self-contained within the node. So with this one, I can just create break into pieces a piece of geometry. So if I put the explode node, exploded view, and I connect that to the first output, I hate this sometimes. There we go. I can see how it looks. Okay, let's say that. Then, I mean, you can go to the shelf directly and go to rebodies, and you can just take the where is this guy? Rebody fracture object. I'm gonna remove. Sorry, I forgot to remove this guy. Just remove it. Then I can. Is the connection going well? Then I'm gonna do this guy, and then yeah, pack body. So this is gonna do a simulation. I'm gonna put a ground here. I'm gonna put this ground to the merge node, so it collides to something around there. And then I'm gonna play to see if it works well. Oh, it doesn't work well. Oh, because it's packed geometry. I'm stupid. Where is the guy? In this one. Oh, I put this guy now. This is me failing, you see? Yeah, let's start from here. I thought this preset. I just stupid. I put glued objects, fractured object. That should work. Check. By fractured object. Why now is disappearing? Also, why this window is so shit. Oh boy. Let's repeat the process from scratch. I got this boy. I'm gonna check that everything is okay. I'm gonna see this. Cool, all good. I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna make a null to the first. I'm gonna call this out. This is gonna be my guy. I'm gonna tick this guy as fracture object. Okay. And the reason first I'm not seeing the windows is annoying me quite a lot, because I can see the. Okay, boy. Okay, in the meantime, I show you, this is one of the approaches. The other approach would be to print this into an Alembic. Yeah, no, I was showing how in Houdini you can export different kind of effects. You can export rebodies, such for example in Alembic, FBX, texture deformation. You have different ways. Obviously you have limitations. If you are working with fluids, you can still export Alembics, but it's a matter of how much memory you are gonna put into the GPU, and that's yeah, I'm gonna share this on YouTube. So it's depending on how heavy is your animation. I think the pick is not giving me lag. I'm gonna go to I think this one is better. So let's do this process again. ISO offset. Cool. Scatter points. Yeah, this is just to create pieces, to break with Voronoi very fast something. I'm gonna put this into 40. I'm gonna do, why? Forget that. I'm gonna go to the quick way. I'm gonna create a material node, which actually just, you can just break this into different kind of presets, like concrete, glass, wood, custom. I'm gonna put concrete. This actually just can give me something that makes sense. Cool. I go here. Okay. Now, boy, don't fail me. You can do it. rigid bodies. There we go. It's a fracture object for sure. And it's packed. I want packed. Now it's gonna work. Okay, I don't know what the fuck happened before. Anyway, I'm gonna put a ground. I'm gonna merge the ground. I'm gonna put the ground lower, and now the magic happens there. Yeah, it's a little bit glued, eh? Okay. Because there is a parameter of glue. Oh, okay. Apparently, the fracture object, even if it's not glued, add the glue constraint, which adds some strength between the different packed geometry. I'm gonna put this very low, like 0.2. So now I guess it's gonna break better. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Even I would even remove the glue. It's just. So yeah, imagine you have that. Obviously, one thing I recommend is to create the UVs before you enter into the simulation, so you avoid problems later. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna put this guy. Sorry about the mess. This is me, and this is always, I'm always like this. In this guy. So now, as you can see here, I have all the UVs. I can just say I want the UVs only for the inside faces, so that in this case I can overlap if I'm going to use a material. I usually do that because if I'm using a tileable material, I tend to put the inside faces in the same island UVs. So with that means that when I go to the simulation, I can see the simulation here as well in the DOP import, and I unpack to unpack the geometry. I can see my UVs. I had to resim. Oh, because I didn't change anything. Let me just clean the scene. And now I can go to this guy. So now, if I go to a quick shade node, I see the textures. I should be able to see this. There we go. So, yeah. And now what I will do is, this is the lab tools that you got inside Houdini, which is before was called Game Lab. So if you go to this tab, you need first to go here in shelves and activate the side effects labs tools here, and then you have a small window here which is update tool, and here you can just download the latest version. These tools are very powerful. Very powerful if you work with Unreal, because most of the tools are focused in video games, but also obviously in filmmaking in these cases, so that's really great. So one of the tools I use for this stuff is this one, which is a rope, I think. Actually it's in the shelf. We got rigid body to FBX. So I open this guy. I'm gonna take the node to export, which is gonna be, I can export the DOP import, this guy. Let me check if it's the correct one. Yes. So I just put the frame range, which is okay. I can just put less, let's say like 100 frames, and then select the path, which is this one, and then I press render, and that is gonna cook, and it's gonna give me my rigid bodies there. I can go here. I'm gonna go to the girl running here. As you can see, my naming convention is very powerful and accurate. Untitled. And let me just see if I find a window by any chance. And then it's gonna tell me, oh, is this, I have to be careful. This is one thing you have to check, that when you import first time FBX, tell that is a new skeleton, so clear this out. Otherwise, it's gonna try to brute force a skeleton that is not compatible. So clear this out. Import animation, exported time. Cool, 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 cool. Import all. Import. It's only this. It's okay, not by impose because it's not a character. So now if I go here, there we go. I got there my mini tiny. Let me just remove the guy. So I can just now put this into my scene. So I'm gonna put this guy here. I'm gonna scale it a little bit because it's small. Like my lobster. Now I'm gonna check. There we go. That's it. So now I can zoom in. I can go to the sequencer where I got some stuff already happening there. I'm gonna drag and drop this into the sequencer. And automatically it's gonna, if I go to animation here, I can put my animation. So now it's binded to this animation. So I'm gonna make this smaller. There we go. So now another simulation happening at the same time. Boom, my lobster. Oh my god, I didn't expect this. Cool. Making lobsters a Saturday at home. It's mental. So yeah, that's kind of, and then obviously I can just put materials and do more stuff. How's it going, guys? Okay, this is a little bit of introduction of effects. Obviously, I'm still investigating about fluids. You can do that with vertex deformation, particles, cloth is very simple. But I want just to keep going this as a generalist approach, not just effects today. I'm gonna jump into a shot that a good friend, Alex, just shared with me. Alex Alvarez is an animator, one of the animators of the Sito Juna. He just sent me a shot to use. The good thing is, like, I didn't did too much yet, so you can see the entire process of building up a shot from scratch, from Maya in this case. My intention is to move little by little to Blender, I have to say. Obviously, it takes time to me yet, because the transition, you know, controls, UI, what are the things takes time. But my full intention is to create a free open source ecosystem, or at least with free royalty base or something that is that anyone can afford. So far, I'm still here in Maya. It's okay. It's okay. And I got this guy, which is from Alex. This is the camera he did and stuff. Let me just make it like this. And yeah, this is the shot. This guy animated some of the shots of the big creature in the Sito Juna. You didn't see that creature in the minicut, but when you see you will freak out. It's really cool. So yeah, we got this kind of shot. This is my camera. I was playing around. I think yeah, this is like the other camera. So yeah, we got this shot, and here we have different ways of bringing this into Unreal Engine. There is a moment when you see a shot that you start to identify when one thing is going to be possible or is not going to be possible. To me, the first kind of checker is how the skeleton looks. If the skeleton looks like a proper good rig, by the way, if you want rigs, today Alex also sent me this page. The price is from $0 to $2. So I guess, you know, anyone can afford this. And the $0 one are even, you know, are all of them amazing. And here you can see the rig I'm using. So yeah, go to Gunroad, this guy, through on CG Artist. I check the rigs, they look amazing. This guy is a genius for sure. So anyway, again, no excuses to don't do your stuff. The resources are all there, guys. So let's jump into this. The first thing I check is the skeleton. As I mentioned, is the geometry. I'm gonna go to the skeleton, and then I'm gonna see roots, I'm gonna see FKIK, switchers, constraints, a lot of things, okay? So that means that it's not a real-time skeleton, it's not yet ready to do this. You can do obviously a retargeting with these tools, but it would take time for the purpose I want to do. So the next step is, okay, this has to be Alembic. So what I would do, just to justify the use of Alembic, is even enhance, improve a little bit the animation, or adding some extra layers of detail into the formation. Would be like character effects tasks. So I'm gonna take the main geometry here in the group, which you can see is made of many, oh, no, don't do that, geometry. So it's made of all these sublayers, you know, teeth, all the stuff. I'm gonna put all together. I'm gonna cache this guy. I'm gonna selection to Alembic, the time slider. I'm gonna write the UVs. This is important. This is cool. Okawa, okay. All good. I'm gonna export this. I got already here one export. But just in case you don't trust me, I'm gonna re-export again, so I don't lie to you. Cool. I'm gonna check first that the live is going well. David, every geometry have their own joint FBX, so is that faster than simulate inside Unreal with its own physics? Okay, the thing is, in Unreal they got a system which is called Apex, I think, but it's gonna be deprecated by Chaos. Chaos, the rigid body and simulation system they are implementing, is still in experimental, and I think in 4.25 they are gonna push it to Major, and then it's gonna be automatically ready to do your simulations. I recommend you to go to YouTube and put Chaos Unreal Engine demo. You're gonna freak out. It's gonna be way cheaper to do that in real time, because you're gonna have access of GPU acceleration. So what I did is, let's imagine you are working a film and you as FX artist, you got something approved by the client in your Houdini scene, and you need to export that into Unreal to work in look development. Then whatever you're doing in Unreal Engine doesn't matter, you need that specific simulation. In that case, you can export as FBX, even if there is a little bit of overkill, because you have to do a lot of transform and deformations. So it's depending on your needs. In the future, one of the things I'm after is to see, the problem obviously is like you can do big massive simulations with the GPU in real time. The problem is that playable again? You can scroll and have that in the sequencer if the client sees that explosion is going to be the same explosion next time, because you are working with GPU. So that's a little bit the bad part of that. I see that Alex has some fans now. Yes. Okay, let's move. I exported this, right? So I'm gonna hide this to don't get confused. I'm gonna import my guy, my creature 2. For some reason, why is it smaller? Okay, it looks okay. Okay, looks okay. Okay, whatever. Maybe I didn't export the brain or the guts. So I'm gonna jump to a normal camera. I'm gonna isolate my Alembic here, and then I'm gonna do something nasty. I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna make it into cloth. Then I'm gonna put the curtain down because it's going the sun towards my screen. So 1 second. Nice. Fucking hell. So I'm gonna, how is possible this weather only in apocalypses? Only in the apocalypses. Then the apocalypses happen when you have to work. It's incredible. So what I wanted to do, I got the cloth here. I'm gonna paint this a little bit here in the input attract as vertex color. So by default, this is white, which is gonna be completely static to the mesh, and then black is gonna be a little bit like soft body. You will see now why. Okay, something maybe here, a little bit like that. Something soft? Nah. I mean, I don't want to see this part in the shot, but I got fancy sometimes. I think this is important here as well. You see, Alex, now what? Now we talk. You will see now. Let's see if it works. So I go out and then I go to my cloth, and then in the attribute editor, I'm going to Maya Classic, attribute editor, I'm gonna put the input mesh attract 1 and then locking 1 or greater, which is the white color. If now I go here and I go to play every frame, if you are simulating, this is important. I go to 50, I go to nucleus, I'm gonna add the first frame at 50, okay? Now, let's see how this looks. If it makes sense or not. That's too much. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. It's not bad. It's organic. So yeah, so we can justify that extra information we got with Alembic. This is what I'm trying to explain. Like, if you are gonna use Alembic, take advantage of that, because now you are deforming all the geometry, and that's the beauty of Alembic. So yeah, done generalists, man. They don't know modeling, they don't know lighting, they don't know animation, but they take the work of others and they apparently look good, taking advantage of others. So don't trust generalists, they are the worst of the fucking worst. So it's true, it's kind of true, to be honest. It's just merging things together. It's about being glue of many elements and look something, you know, putting things together. It's about that. So I think I'm gonna export this straight. I can bake it. If I go here into the tools in FX caching, I can cache this out here, here. But you know, I feel like the Google. I feel with luck today. I'm gonna just be blind. I'm gonna take all my guys here. I'm gonna cache this guy out with the simulation on. Export all to Alembic. Yeah, you know, well, that's why someone in comp asked me, by the way, the other day I committed a big mistake. ACES is completely native in Unreal Engine 2.3 years ago, and I said, no, I don't think so. Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna try to don't lie you too much. No, I'm kidding. It's not about lying. It's like being generalist has the problem that when you go super specific into something, sometimes you don't go into the details, in the deep details in comping, in lighting, in modeling, in animation. You understand the overall, but you can get lost in some specific things. However, I love to learn and I love to commit mistakes. So please, that's why I tell you many times, teach me and tell me you are lying, liar. ACES is compatible in Unreal Engine. It was. So yeah, it's there. It's native ACES. Yeah, teamwork. Hey, let's do some teamwork with your assets. Bring it to me. Okay, so I'm gonna export this guy. Creature teamwork it. So there is no confusion that now this is my asset, Alex. That's not your animation anymore. This deformation of vertices. Now what? No, now seriously, if you have things like models, scenarios or environments, animations that are personal, and you are happy to show this and try to do something collaborative, I'm happy to bring all this here, credit you, put your link. By the way, Alex, send me your link. I put it in the description, so if anyone wants to see your work, it's there. And I can do this every single session, you know, like putting this stuff together and working with real shots, rather than, you know, cheap assets on the internet from Sketchfab or things like that. Mistake is the best. You are quite philosophical, man. But yeah, it is. Okay, my Alembic is done. Let's see how it looks. I don't know how it's gonna look, and I think I'm gonna put it in this environment because we got things breaking. Alembic workflow. Okay, I'm gonna create a new folder. I'm gonna call this 04 Alembic anim. Whoa, wind. Fucking hell. So yeah, sorry guys, distracted by environmental stuff. So, oh, what is my path? Okay, cool. So, it worked. Nice. I like the fact that every single one has different sizes randomly. The teamwork is a little bit heavier. Oh boy, it's gonna it's a lot of. What I would do is to merge things together. But I'm gonna test this for the sake of understanding this better. I can learn if it's okay to bring all these things in one. Why rocks? Don't tell me. This is too much. I'm gonna do this way. And suspicious because there is no rocks inside the creature, right? No. That was the entire scene. Okay, creature before, no teamwork anymore. Think you give him bad luck. Yeah, it is, man. It is. I'm really happy. We decided, I talked with him in the morning, like, dude, you have some animation? Yeah, I have something. Okay, send it to me. Okay, nice. Okay, boom, done. That's the way. I'm talking with another animator, Alok, which is a great, amazing animator. He got some really nice animations. So he's just pulling some strings to bring you some nice stuff. Let's see. Now, hopefully, I didn't bring. Okay, this makes more sense. Yeah, it got assets but not rocks inside. Nice. So geometry cache experimental, which is the translation of experimental is use under your own risk, but is there. As you can see, detects the frames already. This is important. This is the precision. So the lower the number, the less compression you will have, because you are deforming this with a texture. When I say a texture, you are deforming this with vertex position, like would be a map of world position offset. So the lower the number, the better, but in this case, by default, it's okay. If you see that there is a little bit of distortion if you're in your mesh, or you have a very massive mesh, just check these values and put this lower and put this into 18 bits or something like that. But 10 is okay so far. If it has constant topology, I recommend you to take this guy in, so the motion blur is corrected. I would say that's everything I needed. Let's check this out. I have Autodesk, Maya, and Riskim. So the first time takes time because it's calculating the vertices. It's not a geometry anymore, it's going through the GPU, so that takes a little more of time. So how's it going so far? Okay, I got something here. Okay, nice. It's very small because it's using, I guess, rigs, if I'm not wrong, Alex, of a scale 100 VFX Classic. That I'm gonna keep going with that, but I would work in normal scale for texture deformation, I think, but it's okay. So, oh yeah, let's put this guy here. And then, how can I bring the animation? Well, this is exactly the same thing. If I bring this guy into the sequencer, my creature before no teamwork anymore, and I go to track, I have here a component which is called geometry cache component. Now, if I find this, oh, sorry. Oh, what is it? What exactly I did? There we go. cache component, but it's not there. This could be maybe because what I mentioned before, but let me check one thing, because the creature, I'm gonna do a test. Yeah, it's moving, so the cache is there. Okay, the cache is there, the lion is there. I'm gonna I'm trying to understand. This is interesting. I'm gonna repeat. Yeah, I want to see this because maybe the multiple geometry. I'm gonna scale this guy 10 10 10. Let's put it in a better place. Okay. Now the sequence. Actually, I'm gonna create a new sequence. This is, for example, how to create different sequences with the same shot. So I'm going to shots. I'm gonna create here a new animation sequence test creature. So now if I open this guy, there is no more animation there. So this guy, I'm gonna track it from here. Geometry cache. This is the cache. Ah, okay. I don't know what. Okay, it's working. It's 90 degrees rotated. Okay. Nice. So debug. This is you see, is how to resolve problems. It's like, why it's not working? You go to something clean, you isolate the problem, you find the solution, you come back. This is very normal, and I would say something more valuable. This is my opinion. More valuable than learning how to do things is learning how to fail in things and learning through that process. I find many people that 90% of the blockers is not about knowing a skill. It's about not knowing what to search, what to investigate, how to debug. Debug skills, man, are super important. You can be dumb, as I am, trust me, and it's about how to find solutions. I don't know things. I go to Google, I put the things, I try to find the solution, I investigate, I talk with this guy, I talk with this other guy, I make my conclusions, I fail again, and then you succeed. So it's about that. It's about trying to find solutions. Persist on that. Don't persist in reading books of 2,000 pages of VFX in filmmaking. Open your computer and do shit. It's the only way. I see a little bit of distortion, but I'm gonna keep going. So what is, I think is this the guy I wanted. So now it's disconnected. I'm gonna put this guy again here. Yes, NIF 123, you are gonna have artifacts with Alembic. If you don't want artifacts, bring down the compression, the 0.01 value, put it to 0.005, for example, and the bit resolution, rather than 10 bits, put 16, half float, or 32, and that should bring you less artifacts. Also, motion blur is gonna be always a little painful with that, but yes. Yeah, sorry, mate. But this energy drink has no sugar, so it's very healthy. It's healthier than your juice that has sugar on it. So yeah, I got this guy already there. I see the distortion. I'm gonna take that. Okay, whatever. So I put it. Sorry, I'm distracting myself. Creature, track, geometry cache. It's interesting, this thing here. Okay, now you should work. Okay. I'm gonna hide this because it's annoying me, and as a placeholder I'm gonna put another one, and that's it, and this one as well. We don't want the, do we want the log? Maybe, you know what? Let's go creative. Let's go creative. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I wanted to destroy the lobster with, but I got a better framing. Let's put this camera faster. Oh, I want to check one thing first. Is the deformation around what it was? I want to see. Okay, directional light. Oh, I think I'm using a really nice system, which is this guy, the sky atmosphere, new sky atmosphere, which you can see really nice things around, but not exactly what I want to see, which is the deformation. So I'm gonna put this skylight around 10. Yes, you see that is what I wanted to bring. These tiny things. I see the distortion, but again, if I bring these parameters up, it should be okay. But at least I got the deformation in the texture, which is great. So let's move. Yes, you can scale bigger, but I would work with real scale from scratch. It's okay to scale things. It's not that heavy as Maya, but my recommendation is, if you can avoid it, so you can keep things clean. As you can see, the result is gonna be more or less the same to something crazy like that. I'm gonna put my animation in the moment, because I put the pre-roll. Okay, and then it's not gonna be that big, but I want to show you that yes, you can indeed do that. The distort. Should I try with? I know it works, but I don't want to waste too much time reporting. But okay. That can be cool. Ray trace can be painful here. You know what? Let's go in this journey together. I think also another interesting factor is the difference between small details and big details. But I'm gonna now debug that. I'm going to Alembic main. I'm gonna color this because colors are cool, are there for a reason. Put colors in your life if you can. Put colors. Don't be sad, don't be gray. That's my t-shirt. So I got this guy. I'm gonna re-import just for the sake of testing. Come on. I'm gonna create a subfolder. Same name. Let's try that. I'm gonna put. No, crazy. Oh, okay. You can put 32 is the maximum, I guess. 18 half float, and then this precision. let's test this. I want the start frame at 50 actually, because it's when I start animation. I know when I create materials. Let's try that. How's it going, guys? Any questions? Any things you would like to see? Again, Alembic, this could work perfectly for cloth. It could work for rigid bodies. So I'm gonna put this guy in parallel. I'm gonna say 100. Oops. This looks with less distortion, but I don't trust this yet. Let's put the, let's say 50. I'm gonna say goodbye to our friend here. This is too much. 30. Oops. 30. Yeah, I think I would work with the real scale, because I'm gonna check this very fast. Yes, and I think this could be ray trace. I have to investigate. Let me check one thing. I'm gonna put the ray trace by default, which is -1, which means that is using the ray trace from my scene in the camera. Because it's flickering a lot with ray trace. That's interesting to know. And I'm wondering why, actually. Okay, I'm gonna keep the ray trace like that so far. I'm gonna remove my breaking lion. Yes. My lobster is okay. I'm gonna make this guy. Now I want it big. My god, so indecisive with this. And my key light there, cool. So let's move forward. No. And again, drag and drop. I want my geometry cache, and it's there. Now I guess it starts in this frame, so I have to offset. Again, I want bigger. Dude. Okay. Okay, not bad. Let's put the end of the frame there. You are using the sky atmosphere, which is cool. What do you use for the clouds? The clouds you can use. I checked a tutorial yesterday. It's a good question because you don't have the clouds by default, but you can take the engine content. I don't remember now the blueprint. Not the blueprint of the BP sky. You have another blueprint. There is a tutorial of a girl that is quite badass with these kind of things. The thing is that you have some kind of fuckery of the parameters to match the direction of the light with the real physical sky, but it's a 5 minutes tutorial. If you go to YouTube and you put using physical sky with clouds, you can find how this girl does it. It's not like one click thing, sadly. It's not like bringing, because as you know, I'm pretty sure you know, bringing this guy is gonna say, hey, hello, what is my sky? You know, my sun is gone. But you can do it. It's there. There's a video that is very self-explanatory with that. So check it, Daniel, because you're gonna love it. I'm pretty sure. By the way, this guy Daniel is a really badass Unreal art beast and guy. I saw his work and it's really amazing. I recommend you to have a look into his work as well, because I'm scared about when he puts something online, because he's gonna be so fucking good that I can't wait. Do something, man. Show something. What else? How would you bring in the texture from Maya? Are the UVs correct now in Unreal? Yes, should be correct. That's what I'm gonna do right now. Because what happens here, No, actually, you know, let me check first if this guy has UVs. Yeah, okay. It should work. That's what I wanted to do right now. I think I want to dive into this because these are the textures. Let me just test. Okay, I'm gonna bring. I don't want displacements. I want normals. Let me check. Let's check. I tested and yes, it's not a problem. You write the UVs because when you import Alembic, what you import is actually the first frame, and then the rest is the form. So there is a geometry, in fact, there. So I'm gonna create a material. I'm working between so many tools that I have the thingy of pressing tab and then writing something, then I move to Nuke, and I press tab, then I move to Houdini, I start typing, then right click. I was just tabbing and putting new material. No, right click, material. So let's bring the diffuse. Let's put that to the base color. Let's compile. Remember, to see the material you have to compile. This is not ray trace. We need C++ here, boy. Oh, that's a good question. Look at that. Our boy is no. It's good. But the thing is, I think it's separated in different. Yeah, I put the leg. Oh, one thing. Okay, cool. For exporting, you have to make sure that you put different Lamberts per object with texture. I'm not gonna do it right now, okay? Which means if you have a texture for the leg and a texture for the body, like this one, let me just correct this now. Body. And then I compile this. Now it works, okay? It works for the things has to work, which is in this case only this part. But now I'm going to the geometry and it's like, shit, there is only one material slot here. How can I put now different material for my legs? Okay, in the moment you export either Alembic, FBX, static mesh, you have to take care of this. I take my legs, and then I apply a new Lambert with the name legs, for example. If I want to put a different texture for the eyes, I take my eyes, right click. Actually, I love this trick. Boom, G, Lambert, boom. I take this, I don't know, spike, let's do something fucked up here. I'm gonna take all the spikes, press G, spikes. What else we can separate? I think that's okay. I would like to separate the teeth. This is gonna be teeth, okay. G, Lambert, teeth. Sweet. So we got something a little more separated, and this guy, which is the normal Lambert, let's leave it as Lambert for the sake of. UTeams are compatible with Unreal, but you don't take too much advantage as you take in Ray Trace engine, in Ray Trace offline renderers. You have mid mapping, which is, you know, you only stream whatever is in the frustum. UTeams is basically the same, but it's not the way I would work in most of the cases if you can avoid it. You can use them, it's available there. I try to avoid them, so it's completely up to you. If you can and you work in a project from scratch, right now I wouldn't work too much in UTeams unless you have like massive assets for art visualization, you know, massive character with a lot of details and cloths and shit together. In that case, you can maybe start to take some advantage of UTeams. By default, you are not gonna take too much advantage. Checking the documentation about the advantage and disadvantage is like a kind of pros and cons thing where you can decide better. So so. Again, this session is gonna be a couple of hours, so feel free to join, saying bye, saying hello again. Hi, I'm bored. What you doing? Don't feel any pressure. I'm not gonna do something fucked up. I'm gonna try to do a shot. That's true. But as you can see, I'm taking my time to talk, to interact, to do stuff, to fail. So yeah. Okay, let's move. Again, I'm gonna check something different now. I'm scaling the group, but this is an Alembic. I'm wondering if I free transfer thing is gonna tell me don't do that. Oh, nice. Oh boy, I like that. I like that. Of course. Oh boy, don't like it. Shitty, stupid. Okay, I'm gonna do another way. That is taking this. I'm gonna export the selection to Alembic. I'm gonna be this creature 4. Yeah, you see, Daniel is quite into that, because if you are saving memory, the best thing you can do is using tileables. Is your friend. The problem with tileables is that you can't use tileables for everything. You can't put tileables in a face, you can't put tileables in organic, materials and stuff. You can go super granular and separate the eyes and separate things and do, micro normals and do like cloth with leather tileable texture rather than the other. There is no universal answer. It's depending on the project. So, okay, this should be at default. Good. How you doing, guys? Anything you would like to see in the meantime while I put this guy inside, read bodies, animation workflows, can show you landscapes in a bit maybe. Okay, we got this. Let's back to action. Last attempt of this master. Yes. I'm gonna remove it because otherwise my hard drive is gonna suffer. I like how Unreal takes time for removing things, man. Fucking hell. Come on, you can remove that. It's not that hard. Okay. So let's import it. Of course, I lost the cache, which is here. Animation creator 4. So now, same thing. I'm gonna keep the precision. I put 16. I'm gonna put 16. I don't know why I put. I'm gonna put this like 3 approx. And this scale here, I want to go 100 automatically here. And this rotation 90 already. Regards and in sequence, FBS can overlap. What do you mean? Sorry. NILF 123. Regards and in sequence, FBS can overlap. Can Alembic do the same? FBS can overlap. What do you mean by? You mean like oh, interesting. It's something quite interesting to test because you are deforming a texture. Maybe you can. I'm gonna check it now. I know what you mean now. It's a good question. Maybe you can because you are streaming a texture. But the problem is when they both cross each other in the blend. You mean like blending animation, right? maybe your memory starts to freak out. Maybe I'm gonna test it right now, in fact, because I'm really curious. Okay, where is my guy? Nice, here. Oh, it was minus 90. Okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. Some maths. No, I screwed completely. Okay, this was good to do. Now there is no distortion so far, so and neither in ray trace. So this is a tiny victory, as I usually say. This means that scale matters. Even if some people say it doesn't, there is a factor in scale here. You have to put your guys in the correct scale for Unreal, or import it as 10 times bigger or 100 times bigger, so you compute better all the thresholds, all the things that, yeah, this has zero distortion. This is amazing. That's what I wanted. Nice test. That's why I wanted to do this kind of more chill and relaxed sessions, to debug, to investigate, to see this together, so you can learn in the process as well of, oh, why have this amount of distortion in my Alembic? Well, you have an Alembic that is very, very tiny from Maya. You have to scale this guy bigger. And now finally, our creature, we have to put a name to this guy, our cockroach alien thingy. It looks like from kind of a StarCraft, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Alex. Is inspired on that? I saw most of the rigs of this guy is quite like that. So now, yeah, we got this guy with no distortion. So I'm very happy to see no distortion. So I'm gonna jump into my sequence that I left in some way here. This one, okay. So now this guy, select, drag and drop, track, geometry cache. Where is my guy? I want my cache. Okay. Where is my cache? There is my cache. Oh, it's the cache. So it's interesting. So yeah, no, we are still in the same problem. Huh. And now we retrace. So yeah, this is something that interesting. So yeah, if you are using retrace, geometry cache, I will check this better. But ray tracing maybe is better to bring it in that case with FBX. So you need real-time skeletons. Otherwise, don't use ray trace. You can still get in some nice results. I'm gonna put ray trace maybe only in the reflections. You will see now. But when you work with shadows, you get some distortion. We'll see now. We can find ways to resolve that anyway. So we'll check this out. Okay, we got. Oh, the animation is inverted. This is really fucked up. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna use the other that I don't have, but it's gonna be it was my V2. Yeah, but my V2 has the inverted animation. Is my V3, right? I should name the things better. Okay, same thing. And I don't want to scale -1. I have to check these importers. Oh, that's silly. I see. So yeah, because comes from Maya, has to be 100, minus 100, rotation 90. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, what is annoying me is first the scale from Maya to Unreal, when, you know, riggers, which is normal, do the rigs in this scale, you had later the bottlenecking in Unreal Engine. So yeah, this is correct. But this is only one material. Sorry guys, yeah, I'm being dumb. Yeah, creator 4, and this should bring me. Let me check this one. Yeah, no, I was thinking like the problems with Alembic is the cache distortion first, then the scale. Later, Maya is Y up, and Unreal is Z up. Something to keep in mind always. And then I'm finding that the materials also, even though are with different naming convention, are not going through, and that's something I think is interesting, because with is the way you work with FBX. These guys are the formation, right? Yeah. So I was wondering, yeah, because if I take one frame of this guy and I put it here, what I got? If I go to static mesh, I got all the materials here. Okay. Oh, maybe in this guy as well. But in this one, it relies in a cache geometry. I have to check this out. Oh, silly. Yeah, but only one material. Interesting. So if I take this guy again, let me just remove it. I'm gonna add a new one. I'm gonna export this guy again. Cache, export selection to Alembic, time slider, same approach. All frames, check math. I found out that you select, David, if you select import as 3D Max instead of Maya, even if it's from Maya. Yeah, I found that those things as well. It's a little bit not quite something you can trust too much. At some point you have to find your rotation and then try to do your own workflow with that. So I'm gonna say bye to this guy. I'm gonna import. I'm gonna check this. This guy. I'm gonna say import. What we got here? Okay. What was the difference? The difference. Yeah, but in this case I did the same, David, and it worked. I got all the materials now here, I think. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Yeah, because now I got them, and I imported exactly the same thing. I mean, oh, stupid, you're right. You're right, because I'm, yeah, see. It's a static mesh, geometry mesh, experimental. Yeah. Wow, but that's gonna be quite heavy, because it's gonna create a vertex deformation per asset. Let's see. Yeah, agree. Yeah, boy. David de Juan. Nice one, man. That makes sense now. I still wondering how and it leaves. Oh no. Okay, same shit. With ray trace. Okay, but at least we got the anim. So yeah, as David de Juan mentioned it, when you import different materials from different assets, you need to create a vertex deformation per track. So remember to not flatten the tracks. So this guy out. You have only one material and you have everything with one shader and only one asset, don't uncheck it because you can optimize memory. So yeah, we got this guy ready there finally. Let's push this faster now. I'm gonna shot build. So let's bring this something like that, and then I'm gonna check the sequencer. This should be, I guess, okay, smaller, and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna put it in a place that makes sense. Something like that. Okay, cool. I can change the pivot with, I think, control. How was this? There we go. The pivot in Unreal is madness. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. Let's bring very quick. Let's block. I'm gonna just drag and drop the material list to the main body that I don't remember now. Wow, I have a fucking lot of guys. But let's leave this then. Later we work with materials. I'm gonna remove my lobster. Okay, no lobster anymore. I'm gonna start blocking this guy with a nice pose and stuff. So I think I have a camera already. Let me check. Yeah, nice. Let's put the camera in a nice position. The motion blur, eh? Incredible. It's blocking the motion blur in the frame. I'm gonna put the motion blur out. So yeah. So I'm gonna block my first keyframe around there. I'm gonna create the keyframe of the transform. I'm gonna check. I think the lens is okay-ish. Oh, this is not the camera. Here's the camera. But let me start from scratch just in case. Why is not updating? Oh, I got limited. Okay, Control Z. Yeah, I put a lens that was limiting me. Custom, I guess now. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, be careful with this. If you put a industry lens, it's gonna block also your keys here of the lens. So I'm gonna put like custom lens, something like 25, close to the stairs, leather eyes, dress and stuff, and something like there. I'm gonna put this lower. Nice. Now keyframe there. And another keyframe there. I'm gonna move. I think around there makes sense, like a nice shot. I'm gonna make these two guys linear as the last time. Okay, I'm gonna put this loopable. It's cool. I'm gonna keep moving this forward. So now I'm gonna import FBX. Yeah, you can do that. You can bring the empty POM or empty actor and put this as your guy, and then I'm gonna put this inside. No, sorry, yeah, you are empty. So I can take this creature and put it here, and then I can pivot. Oh, it's not the creature. It's the empty. I usually use the empty actor, empty POM. So if I put now my plane inside, oh, again, empty POM, no? Empty actor. Yeah, but second. Yeah, but this guy doesn't rotate because it's a cache. Correct? However, if I take this and I put this, I can't put it there. I will check that later. Yeah, I did the NT actor thing workflow, but I'm not sure if with Alembic. I think I did it, but I'm wondering. Empty, because empty POM doesn't allow me, empty actor doesn't allow me to put it inside. I will check that later, because I did that workflow and I found some difficulties, like transforms, and they had to bake and inside this shit. Or what is the locator workflow in Unreal is still quite painful. So I'm gonna bring extra animation. Into these guys, for example. So I made girl running. This girl, first time again, clear the skeleton. That should be okay. Import. I bring the animation all together, but then I made the animation longer. So then I'm gonna import the anim, which is the long clip, and now I have to say, yes, I want the skeleton of the running skeleton, which is the skeleton, the rig I just imported, so I can use that rig with this animation, and that should work. Yeah, good. So I'm gonna bring my skeletal mesh. Oh, the scale is all bad, but anyway, let's take it for granted. Let's put That's too small. And now I'm gonna add my girl running here. I'm gonna put some animation running anim. Long clip. It's because I got 2 clips. Okay, and then let's go outside the camera, find our girl, and put it closer to the danger. Back. I want to be oh. Check one thing, because I create many shit around. My girl running. What is it? Remove it? That's strange. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's running. Okay. Amazing. And this other one. Running. Oh, that's. Oh. Damn. Well, you can see the process. I show you what I did wrong. I'm gonna open this in Maya. I'm gonna import my let me just trying to find the path. My girl running. This guy, girl. Okay, so this is what I got from Mixamo, very short. I'm gonna put 300 frames. There. I'm gonna go to animation mode. I'm gonna take the heap. I'm gonna select the hierarchy. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna say add selected from a scene. Boom, I got the clip. I'm gonna right click, mode, loop, drag and drop to the very end. Okay, so I got this, and now it's loopable. Okay, now right click, bake to the scene and delete. We got all there. Okay, select hierarchy, export selection, export FBX, even longer. You're wondering why I don't find my themes later, right? Because of this. So I don't need to bake the animation because it's good, but I need to export the animation because it's needed. So with that, I go back to Unreal. I have even longer here. I say what skeleton you want. I want my running skeleton of the girl. I import, and now it's bringing all the animes and all the keys. And then in the sequencer, I will delete my old anim. I bring a new anim, which is even longer. This one works. So yeah, just remember to bake if you use the time editor tools. I'm gonna go back to my camera. I'm gonna try to find a sweet spot. Okay, this girl is running too fast. You're not gonna run so fast. So, I mean, I would change the speed, but the speed I think has a lot of energy. This is very small. Okay, let's do fast. I'm gonna block the first frame. We lose a little bit of the scale. I think I'm gonna put like maybe, even if it's quite small, but I want a scale here. I'm gonna also in my camera. Be careful because we are in the incorrect scale, so this changes a little bit the aperture parameters. So I'm gonna go something like this, then I'm gonna create my first key around there, and my last key I'm going to find her. And try to find. Press the command and set near clip to 0. So now it's not clipping. Okay. Okay. Now I will have to correct. Even if it's linear, I'm rotating the camera too much. I'm gonna create a key there. Oh, maybe I didn't create the key, which is even worse. Auto key. Yeah, I didn't create a key. It's just sometimes it's not Unreal. It's me being completely stupid. So let's find something. Why not here? Here. Okay, cool. Okay, so blocking. Couple of things I'm gonna do very fast. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna add animation layer. I'm gonna take the neck and the head. I'm gonna add them to the layer. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add a key there. A key there. Very fast. I'm gonna keep it until there. And put it there. Going there. Another one looking to the other side, and then back to normal. I'm gonna take the spine. I'm gonna start normal there. In the moment she starts looking forward, puts a little of extra tension. I'm gonna go nuts. Also, when she looks there, very fast. Turns also a little bit the hip and then comes back with more speed and tension. Just very fast to understand. So now again I have to bake all these layers, merge them, just gonna cook them. Lens flare is in the render parameters on the camera. If you go to the camera, which is the cine camera actor, you go down here, and then you got in the render process you got the lens flares there, intensity. So now if I go around there, I can put intensity and a threshold of this, but also I need some bloom to kick it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the lens flare. And then I want to re-import this animation. I go to Maya again. I take this guy. By the way, this is gonna be the dude I want to put at some point. This is from Ivan Lopez, one of the modelers of the Sido Juna. We are gonna do some madness with this guy. So, baked, cool. Again, select hierarchy. I only want my skeleton. File, export selection, longer, head turning. I export, good, I guess. I import, nice. Skeleton, remember, running, nice. Import, should be available. I go to the sequencer. I don't want this animation. I want head turning. which is here, and you can see now how it's turning the head sometimes. Yeah, but I put all the animation in shitty places. Well, okay, let's put it there and let's transform. Oh. This last part, meh. Okay. Something like that. So let's keep going. First, let's animate the depth field. So I'm gonna change this guy to. He's very happy to be about to be killed, but whatever. Some people is happy in strange situations. So I'm gonna create a first keyframe there. Let's put the manual focus distance there. And in this moment, before I'm gonna start animating the camera better. I'm gonna change this here and then put all the manual distance to there and then there. So let's add some extra intention. Let's put some nice framing. Let's start better with the first one. This one around there. Let's move the intention of the head with the camera to identify what is seen, so we can, for example, rotate more around there, creating attention of you want to see this in the frame, and then we keep going there, same. We don't see where it's going, so we create attention on the left frame, and then in the moment she turns, we turn with her, maybe not that much, but just a bit to see the framing, and then we see the creature there. I don't like that turn. I think it's quite distracting on the girl. But what I want to do in that moment is we turn with the head, and then we refocus, and we are gonna do a very classic camera war effect, which is we got this guy here, the manual, the focal length, and then in around 5 frames or less, we are gonna crush the zoom and focus the creature. We keep the frame. We keep also the focus here. Here, same. All in focus. In fact, a cheap trick is. Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, but I think. Yeah, but I screw it. It's okay. Yeah, but it's cool, eh? Damn! Damn, man, you created me now something. Okay, later. You're right. I hate this. But it's repeating, right? Yeah. I want my animation. Stupid. Anyway, the focus in the viewer while you work in the sequencer. The focus in the viewer while you work. You mean that updating this and see the changes? Nice. Anyway, I'm gonna address this. This is fast. I'm gonna take all these guys from here to here, Control W, and extension. I'm gonna also just Control W this so I don't change the scale. Oh, something like that. Then I'm gonna start adding some extra assets. This is the fun part. So I brought some cool things. I brought some for example this. Let's put it smaller. Oops. Around 90. Maybe, yeah, I put it around there, so we change the fitting and we put some. It's a i9, I can't remember now the model, i9 16 cores with RTX 2070 and 32 RAM of memory. It's not super crazy. It's not super crazy. I'm gonna duplicate this. Oh. Oh, because and maybe here. Just to put something that makes a little bit of sense. We go to the camera to see what we see actually. Okay, we get in there. I'm gonna create a very fast landscape. Actually, I got landscapes from the Megastore, the marketplace, which is these guys. In meshes, we got modular, let's say spring, mountain. Okay, this is made very big. Let's put this 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Let's make it closer, rotated. No, I'm gonna go for I guess summer. I only need a small piece just to put some breakdown. Oh boy. Why? Oh, Stevie. Unreal has some nice stuff. I locked my things here. Okay. This is just trying to find to break. I know the scale is super wrong, but I want to use it just as a kind of simple layout, so I can just break the horizon line. So from here, what I can do is now actually bring something that makes more sense. Trying to find a nice angle, maybe I'll put it even farther, because it's this. We can improve that later, but oh, the sun is gone. Let's put the sun. I would like to highlight the creature more. It's annoying that the creature is not receiving the sunlight, which is could be I locked my camera here. It could be. How you guys doing? The ones I'm putting are from Megascans, and the character is from Rigger, I showed you before. Sorry, not this. This. Oh, where is it now? This guy. Also, if you want terrains, you can download terrains here in Terrain Party. You can just take a asset and take the data. Then you can also have landscapes from the marketplace, that they are really cool. And also, if you have Houdini or Houdini even non-commercial, you can do always this. Go to the guys. Well, even from scratch, you can go to Geo. You can create hayfield. You can create a noise here. Then you can go here. You can hide this, and then I can just, for example, let's say a cellular, maybe this one as the first one. I can do a blend layer hayfield like this. So I can put another hayfield here. I can add a second noise in the hayfield. I can bring this guy, oops, here. I'm gonna put this here and this other here, and then I can blend both together as add maybe, or yeah, add should work, and work with this is very high. I'm gonna put this amplitude something like that, element size something like that, and then here I can just add a road node, which is a simulation. I can put this guy here. I can go here. I can just press play, and you will see how it starts to erode the landscape. And let's say, yeah, we got a landscape. Imagine that it's cool. I don't want to visualize this. I go convert. I connect it, and then I convert into mesh. At the same time, you have in labs, you got UE4 labs terrain export. Remember beta? You go here, and then you can export this as a PNG image. So with this, you can import into the terrain editor here your image from file. Okay, so it's up to you how you bring terrains. In this case, just for going fast, I decided to do this. So I go to my camera. I'm gonna get rid of all these thingies that I don't like. check. Yeah, graphic cards is a RTX 2070 Super. Okay, any other questions? I'm gonna wrap in around 10 minutes. I'm gonna keep going with this shot later. The thing I wanted to do, last thing, is to push the shot so we got something before leaving. I'm gonna remove the... let's remove... I don't want this. I don't want the... not character. Wait, I created that by default. I'm gonna leave the exponential. I'm gonna remove. Cool. Then I want just to add very subtle skylight with a value of around 5. And then a directional light that I want to control completely around minus 30. I'm gonna rotate. Okay, this guy now is I'm gonna put this as movable, and I have to debug. Oh, okay. Go there. Okay. Yeah, I screwed there. Let's cheat it. Very cheap background right now. But you got the point. I'm gonna just leave something very subtle, very far. Okay, and now this key light, directional, is movable, sky, movable. I'm gonna put this in a more reasonable angle. I'm gonna tint it slightly, like this. I'm gonna put my BSP VP sky sphere. Okay, we got some nice clouds. I'm gonna connect this to the light, to the key light. So now it's connected. Okay. Yeah, I think it's better like this. So I'm gonna go to a couple of things I want. Exponential, this light, I wanted to have some shaft effect. So I go here, I'm gonna go add this and this, and I'm gonna put this first, but then also have to go to my camera and bring the bloom higher, either standard, but I'm going to convolution. But I want to remove my lens flare, that's for sure. Use the searcher, it's very fast. I'm gonna put this guy there, and then my exponential highlight, I'm gonna put it around like 1, yeah, even 1. And then I need volumetric fog, that's cool, is there. Something foggy. Okay. I want to check the shaft is working. Yeah, it's more or less working there. You see how it's working very nicely in the geometry. So the sun is around there, so it's creating this kind of God rays close to the geometry. Even if it's not quite clear here, there is always a kind of subtle effect in some areas. So the next thing I want to do, well, the motion blur is freaking out there. I'm wondering if I export, how, just for testing, how close are with what we want. So I'm just exporting with the normal encoder and ProRes. It's saving just the data because I just drag and drop, so it's compiling some assets. So now it's capturing, and you see this is gonna take nothing. So as you can see, this is a learning process all the time. We are on this, like everyone which is moving now in Unreal is discovering new things and new workflows. And there is no yet universal answers. There are many ways of doing the same thing with advantages and overkill processes. Okay, it's working better on here. So it's just a little bit, the preview is a little bit like, so I'm gonna open this guy. It's super fast, the creature. I think I'm gonna speed it up. You know, and the motion blur is quite big. But these things you can fix them. The camera is a bit strange as well. The zoom is very fast. So, for example, you can start now tweaking this. This is dangerous because it's a texture. I can check and we can see what is the result. I think it's gonna, let me first go to the camera and then in the motion blur, which is here in render processes down there in rendering, motion blur. This is too much. This is too much. You see, I'm seeing the motion blur in real time. This is mental. I can put the maximum to 2 pixels. I'm gonna put 5, but I don't want that amount of motion blur. I'm wondering, this could work better. Let's re-export again as a debug. And yes, I'm gonna do one thing I want to share with you. We are already like 65 people on the Slack channel, so let me just send you a link here if you want to join us, and people is showing their test and stuff. It's really cool. So I can, in the comments, in the chat, I just send you an invitation, so feel free to say hello there. And we are all working on this kind of tests and stuff. Yeah, at some point we do like collaborative projects, so feel free to join and share your ideas and stuff. Okay, boys, I put the same name. I exported. I don't know if I exported. Maybe I didn't. "20 survivors." I'm almost there. At some point I have to just see the sunlight, because today is an amazing day. I want to check if there is life, not outside, but from the balcony at least. I'm exporting or what the hell? Oh, okay, now. Okay. Okay, now works better. Less motion blur. Of course, the animation now is offset and it's slightly funky because the thingy. Thank you, Miguel, man. Thank you for being here. Really amazing to see you even from the distance. I think I'm gonna keep working with this shot. I want just to quickly show you one of the tests I've been working in other shot, which is this one. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going with this one, and maybe on Wednesday I show you better what I was doing with that. And yeah, this is other I've been working. So I mean, nothing crazy. It's just a little set dressing, putting assets together. I took this guy from 1024 in the discount they got. Everyone is doing discounts because coronavirus, so check always around. I mean, I didn't mean to duplicate these guys. This is me showing to other people. But it's really cool when you got this stuff and you can experiment and start playing around. So for example, in this one I was playing with the camera like this. You see how the grading is already there. So if I go here, I'm gonna hide my stats so we can see this better together. And then we got this, and I was playing a lot. This is custom, so I'm not relying into the sky atmosphere and stuff. So I'm gonna put this like minus 20. Oh, no, minus 20. Maybe around minus 40. And now I have to refresh my sky sphere. So now the sun is gonna be around there. It's pretty red. It's quite alien. And that's because again it's super custom. So what I have to do is assume things. Yeah, if I go to the key light, which is this guy, first I have to change this to something more believable, which is the color of the light on the surfaces, but also the bloom is gonna be I change it manually here, so you have to find something more realistic that makes sense. At the same time, I think it's also the exponential fog maybe has some tint. I have to remove that. So yeah, little by little you can just get the colors back. So as you can see, this is super strong as well. It's a custom setup. What I mean with this is like you can light your scenes in many cheatable ways, and that should be the point always, to cheat your stuff. Let's put this around 10. So yeah, and this is ray trace, I guess, already. Let me check. Yes, so I can even just remove the key light. Even rather than remove, I'm gonna do something like 150, which is a very soft light, and this around 1 or 2, and then like minus 30 or something like that, and then let's rotate and let's put this bluish. So we got a kind of overcast scene already. You know, and it's very great to play around with this stuff. And then I go to the camera, and one thing I can try to do with the foliage I didn't do, and we can check. I mean, I'm gonna keep working like 10 minutes extra, so feel free to to leave whenever you want. But I want to experiment some stuff. So if I go to the material of these guys, which is I think on my foliage, the 3D plants, what is my material? Come on, one of these guys. This is my material. So I have here wind setup. I'm wondering, maybe I crash everything. Let's see. So very curious. Okay, nice. So we got now some strange wind. Let's tweak this. Intensity, let's put this in 0.05. And then height, I would say smaller. But maybe, yeah, maybe more intensity now. That's cool. And the speed maybe slightly faster. It's kind of strange, but yeah, man, whenever you want, Misha, nice to see you here. Actually, I just jumped into something more finished. The other thing we did in the last couple of hours is kind of blocking out, experimenting with Alembic, different ways of importing, some errors, some debug processes, comparing FBX versus Alembic. Right now I'm just showing, I think I've been working these days with a bit of wind and this stuff. But yeah, happy to see you, man. Hope it's going great. Another thing, so yeah, we got the wind. Another thing I want to show you is the value and how cool it is just to play with the camera once you got foliage. By the way, I don't know if Daniel is here because now is a good moment to see if the ray trace shadows are working. Let's see. I think might be working. So I'm checking because we discussed in Slack like if ray trace shadows in foliage are working, and I see something there. Daniel, are you there or you just left? Because if I go to my light, where is my key light? This guy. I'm gonna put this as 10. It's very simple from Megascans. When you got your assets here, you download it, and then here you can say in the sport settings what is going to be your maximum LOD. Depending on what you downloaded, you can download even the high source. In one of them, I think is this guy. When I export, I think I deleted because it's quite heavy. So you can download all your LODs. In the moment you export, the plugin is gonna populate your LODs automatically. So if I go to my plant, I can see here all my LODs. Okay. So, and the distances, you can tweak the things here. But by default, it's pretty good. So maybe we can fill LODs around. Well, there we go. If you want to remove the LODs for a kind of ArcVis or something that you want high-end LODs, you can turn the LODs off and that's it. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So in regards of the shadows, let's go back to the key light. My key light is here. I'm gonna put this as 1 and strong. Okay, these shadows. Yeah, I think it's not supported. It's not supported. So yeah, indeed, foliage for ray tracing is not supported in the shadows. You can still use it unless. Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is gonna maybe crash. Okay. Let me repeat this. Maybe it's because I didn't have the shadows ray trace on. No. The shadows are not. You see how the shadows are static? This is definitely not working with ray trace. So if I go to my light now and do source angle, yeah, it just do softer shadows, but it doesn't update with ray trace. Paula is having problems with Bridge on Mac. If someone has a Mac and is using Bridge, it would be great to give some help, because I don't have a Mac, I don't know how it works, and it's been a pain because it's unable to lock. So if anyone has any idea, it would be helpful. So yeah,
coming back to the camera. I changed my camera. What I wanted to see to do. Oh yeah, the beauty of framing something very close to camera. Like, oh, my environment is shit. Okay, let's fix this. And you as well. Oh, this could crash. I did something very nasty. Naughty boy. Don't duplicate that massive ground. Okay, if crashes means that this should be the end. If it doesn't crash, means like I should do. I mean, Paula can tell you, I know because I was checking that with her, but I was unable to do it. Is unable, at some point, is unable to clean the caches from the bridge megascans, so can't log in again, even if you uninstall, even if we delete all the folders on the Mac computer, still unable to log in into the plugin, into the tool, into this. So I know what to do when in Windows you can clean all the temp, and then you clean all the temp, and then you can log in, log out easily. So in Mac, I'm not sure how to clean all that things. I'm not very friend of Mac, to be honest, on this. Hey, I duplicated and worked, so sorry guys, I'm gonna be here another 10 minutes. Don't pretend, are you pretending like you have something to do today or something? Are you pretending like, oh no, Saturday, I have some plans? How are you doing this situation? You have some different plans from a Saturday to a Sunday to a Monday? Or you are, no, I work from home, so I got my routine. I'm on Saturday I do a fucking party here. With who? Well, my boyfriend or girlfriend, but okay, nice party, eh? Yeah, cool. This is fucking mental. Well, sorry, Misha. This is actually, I lied. This is not a landscape. This is a very heavy geometry because I'm not very fan of landscapes. Yeah, I prefer to do my landscapes in Houdini and then either import the texture and then landscape, or just export the geometry. Like the one I was showing here before. You know, I prefer, I showed before that you can, with the lab tools, you have this one that is exporter in texture, and then you can import that as a landscape. But you have another video call, David. Oh, you are a really busy man. You have video calls. What a fancy guy. I got some video calls as well. I got some meetings to do, you know, meetings. I got a meeting in the morning on Sunday. Nah, good stuff. Okay, I see. I don't know if I can drink on YouTube live. Can I drink? No, someone knows about streaming and how screwed I if I drink a beer right now. I'm gonna be completely banned, right? So yeah, I got my camera here, and then I'm gonna put some chain of the lens. I'm gonna, yeah, and then I want a really nice crash in the zoom. So I'm gonna chain the lens around there. Nice. Actually, I think it's better the other. You are a poser. It's okay. We are all posers. Oh, I lost my apple. Yeah, I'm trying to find a nice angle. I think I like the wheel there, so negative space. Yeah, this is more better to explain. I can put beer inside an energy drink, and that I guess is gonna be suitable if kids watch the video, right? Because I can tell, come on guys, this is only Red Bull, this is very healthy, and then oh, I'm not seeing. It's amazing because I wanted to log out at 7, but I see like 20 people around. Like really, you are really bored, right? You are really bored. So just to start wrapping, my point is gonna be to do another live session on Wednesday, more prepared. And if you joined before the beginning of the webinar, what I mentioned is I'm gonna do Saturdays more laid back with debugging, checking stuff with time, not very structured, more improvisation. And on Wednesdays, I want to do more structured classes and more in-depth, for example, materials, cameras, animation, but always within a shot. I don't want to do a tutorial of how to bring a landscape. I want to do a shot where a landscape is quite important, so we focus a little bit on the landscape workflows. So the point is more or less to focus all those Wednesdays at 9 p.m. BST, more in depth, and Saturdays 5 p.m. BST, like this, 2-3 hours, like messing around, checking things, importing, investigating together, and trying to understand better the tool and creating new workflows. Again, if you really want to support me, the best thing you can do is just to subscribe to the channel and press the goddammit bell, because that's gonna help me out to build up some community and push this technology forward, so I can also talk with people to collaborate, etc. I have to think first what is going to be the class about on Wednesday. So if you want to have a say, I'm going to leave here again if it doesn't crash, because now it's like quite heavy in resources. I'm going to leave the Slack link, so maybe I do a kind of votation, or you can just say, hey, I want to talk about materials, I would like to talk more about animation, I want you to keep going with this shot, I want to keep going with rigid body simulation. I can try in my knowledge to go towards one direction or the other. Obviously some of the stuff, for example chaos, needs time because it's not yet compiled into the engine, so depending on what you are suggesting, I can do one thing or the other, or trying to find a good compromise between different skill sets. So yeah guys, hope you like it. Really happy to see you around. We will do another one again Wednesday 5 p.m. BST, and hope you have an amazing rest of the weekend at home. Okay guys, take care, see you, peace and love guys.